friends, it's Rish.
That's mom.
And we're back with another video.
Hey.
So a lot of people have been really asking us like, oh, sorry.
Before you do that, or
like,
listen to her, like, share, subscribe, and be sure to
click that bell down below so you can stay notified every time the Adventure Fam puts up new content. And y'all know I be trying to put up a new vlog or a video for you guys every 2 days. I want to keep you guys informed. I want to, you know, make sure all my content doesn't get all built up. Yeah, and you know, Luna, she also wants you guys to subscribe. So if you're viewing this video, if you viewed one of our videos before, go ahead and subscribe because you don't want to miss anything. Okay, today's video is the positives and the negatives about living in Greece. So if you want to know the positive and the negative takes that we have about living in Greece, stay tuned. Number one, in our community, they come and get the trash every day. We love that. Yeah. And something that we have both noticed is that Greece does not have, or we can only speak about where we have been in Greece. That we haven't seen the entire country, but where we have been in the Athens area, there's like barely any litter, and I think that has a huge factor is the fact that they come and get the trash every day. It doesn't have time to blow up and down the streets. It doesn't have time to migrate. It just, you know, it goes.
Do you put your trash in the trash, and the night.
Right.
They also pick up the trash at 1 a.m. So they're not mad trash trucks. Like, you know, back home it's every morning or every once a week in the morning. So.
Ooh. And so when you're commuting to work, the stinky trash truck is not in your way.
That has happened a few times.
Yeah.
So we've been behind the trash truck or had to leave and there's a trash.
And it smells absolutely horrible. But because they come pick it up, you know, takes all those things away. Even if you go out for a long night, you still have time to come home and take your trash out. The next thing is the takeout places, they let you know if the food is fresh or frozen before you order it. I think that that's great. And it's just something that you should include. I mean, why not include it?
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. But it's just cool it's great to know that they tell you.
The thing is, it matters to someone. It matters to some.
You're right.
And to let somebody know, like, yeah, your food, you know, fresh fish. We just caught it this morning versus,
frozen fish.
It's a frozen fish. You know, you have the choice. And I just love that. It's just a simple thing, but I think it's really great to include. The next thing is access to affordable produce in comparison to the US. So there's a market down the street. And then there's another market with fresh food.
There's actually
down the street.
3 other markets.
Yep.
There's 2 of them that are on the same street, and then there's the one that we kind of go to like here and there. The one that we frequent because it's just closer for us to walk to. But like all of them have fresh food. And
then there's the farmers markets that show up all around Athens on Thursdays. And then, you know, it's so much access versus in the US where you can find food deserts all over the place. Like here, it's way less likely, and we love that we have the access to fresh produce at an affordable price. We can get fruits, vegetables, meats, everything we need, and know that it has, first of all, none of the stuff here has a long shelf life. So you know that you're getting fresh, great ingredients.
Even your juice, you have a week to drink your juice.
Love that. The next thing is there's a whole lot of family-owned businesses and mom and pop shops. So yes, granted, you do have your H&Ms, your Zara's, you do have your name brand stores, especially downtown Greece, downtown Athens. So the last thing we were saying was that there is a lot of family-owned businesses. We love shopping with the locals. We haven't bought anything from like a big name store yet. The major supermarket at the end of the road is probably the biggest store that we've bought stuff in, but you know, we hope to continue to sow into the actual citizens here and shop mom and pop. And it's nice because everywhere is not gentrified, which gentrification is not just about race, it's actually the
class.
Yes, it's a more of a class thing. So it doesn't matter you know, if the person is black or white. It's the whole point that people aren't coming in here and pushing out the native people. Yeah, the owners of the bakery, our local bakery, we get coffee from them every morning, and you know, she has helped them learn a little Greek, which is really nice, and we really like that. When I tell y'all people treat us so good here, yeah,
somebody took a picture of us at the mall today.
Yeah,
that was very good. Reese said, I saw you.
Right. Okay, the next thing is people eat as a village and in large groups. We really like that. We are definitely a family oriented set of people, so I love seeing people eating out like in huge groups at a table, and like they really just are like chilling and enjoying themselves at dinner, and they'll, you know, bring their whole family out. It's so nice to see, and it's so refreshing, and nobody's like in a rush. Yeah,
we actually, when we ate today, we actually just sat there for a while. It just felt nice.
Yeah, it was nice.
Just let go.
The waiter wasn't even like coming over and asking us a whole lot, because I don't think that's like a part of like the culture to continuously, hey, you know, are you ready? Are you okay? Blah blah blah.
Is there anything else?
Yeah. People were just kind of like, you know,
just be like, hey, I need something else.
There was this guy sitting next to us, and he just read a book for a few hours, and you know, there was a couple across from us, and they were just making out and chilling, and we just really like it. People are just so happy to like spend that like human interaction. They love that time with their loved ones.
There's even a graffiti that said make love not work.
Yeah, like they prioritize, you know, living. Next thing is the amazing views. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna insert a video from today because the views were,
we were so enthralled with the view on the way back from our taxi that we didn't realize that we had just rode past where we're staying at, because the one direction we haven't went this entire time,
we have to walk up there.
There's literally a view, but it's like at the top of this huge hill.
The next thing is the kids can roam and play without us feeling so worried, and that's such a nice feeling. That's such a nice feeling. It's such a nice feeling seeing other kids having a good time, just living their lives, like, and the parents just not always paranoid. Yes, I really like that a lot. Like even in the mall today, you didn't see parents with like their kids on leashes or like, you know, any of that stuff. The kids were just kind of walking around. The parents were there because the stores are kind of small, and so you know, they don't always go in. Like,
it's literally like we're driving an Escalade with our stroller.
Yeah, our stroller is the Escalade stroller. Is so big.
And then they are having like a little, they're saying like their cars. They're having like compact cars, compact strollers.
There's definitely a style of stroller here. Everybody pretty much has the same like compact stroller, but you know, we got too little, so we have this like big bus on.
I wonder if they have one. Maybe that's also on their standards in the mall, because they're like, where did you get this from?
Yeah. The next thing is the diverse food options. So like there are a lot of diverse food options here.
You can get Mediterranean, the Greek, you can even get Indian, you can get
Italian. We just found a Jamaican spot. Like they do have options for food. You don't always have to just eat like pita bread, gyros all the time. Like no, souvlaki. Like there's a lot of different, even within the Greek food, like there's a lot of different types of Greek food.
We even tried to cook, well, we did cook. I'm sure that you've already seen the video by now, but we cooked yesterday and it was like, tasted like,
it just tastes like our home food. Like we're not used to it at all yet. Like we haven't like been like, all right guys, we've had enough Greek food, it's time, we want some like, you know, home. Like I haven't felt that way.
We're gonna try to get some lamb chops.
Yeah,
we'll probably just get those tomorrow.
The food here is just phenomenal. Like
we haven't yet to have anything that we dislike. There have only been things that we didn't like as much as everything else. Or
like we differ. Like I really like the tomato sauce and feta fries. He wasn't too crazy about that, but that's one of my like favorite things to eat. Like and he really likes the cheese and sauce fries. I'm okay with the cheese and sauce fries.
She usually doesn't like back home. She hates like chili cheese fries or chili bacon.
Oh, the concrete and stone buildings make for like insulated. Your space is insulated, so like we very rarely hear our neighbors below us and above us. Most recently, throughout all the few weeks that we have been here, we have just started hearing our neighbors above us, and we love that. We love that because I am not an apartment person. I like a house, but being here in an apartment is totally fine with me because I don't hear the people below me and the people above me because the walls are concrete. I
really wonder if also because the walls are concrete, there's actually no need for insulation. Because when it like outside of here in the walkway, it's very much humid, hot. But once you open this door and come in here, it's very much, if we left the air on, which we try not to because we want to conserve just as much as they
normally do.
But if the air is on, it's the whole house is cool.
Or even like I wake up and I turn the air on and he has gone out to the store. After he gets back, because he's already hot from walking and stuff, it's cool in the space. So you can come back to a cool space. I absolutely love that. I also love, and I put here, that they have solar panels everywhere. And Greece is making a huge, they called it something, a hydroponic park. Basically, they're trying to make a park with a bunch of water attractions that will recycle the water. The water attractions people can actually go look at. It'll give. But
it's also getting, it's a hydro.
It's like creating natural energy.
Hydropower. I don't remember the actual term for it, but it's using water and the motion of the water to
create energy. I think that's so great is in environmental development.
Because all you have to do is build that,
right?
And you have power now. With the solar panels, all you had to do was install them.
Yep.
Now you have power. It's not you got to pay the gas, the coal companies to generate the power to then pump the power into your house. You have your sources of power, and it's one like there's always that initial investment. That's it. That's really it. The initial investment, and now you have this constant power source.
And it has truly contributed to like cutting the cost, like for their citizens, and you know, just being more environmentally conscious. They're definitely ahead of that. Like they are absolutely ahead in that. We constantly are complimenting them and giving them kudos for all the environmental developments that they have made here, how they try their best not to pollute the place so that they can all enjoy clean streets.
Even with down to the graffiti. You see graffiti almost everywhere, but you do not see them on monuments. You do not see them on anything historical or anything that is
that was literally the next thing, babe.
Socially or economically. I don't even want to say economic, but definitely socially.
Because this is a historic country. It's old as I don't know what. Ancient. And the next thing I had on our list was it's modern and historic, but it's still like, it's just like, I don't know, like they respect their historical sites here as much as they do love the graffiti art. And half the time we don't know what it says, but when we do read the things that it says, it's always some sort of like
positive message, some sort of inclusiveness, some sort of definitely very much socially progressive.
Right. Whereas the United States is still continuously trying to destroy native land. Continuously. And you know, if you're going to dispute that in the comments, you should just go ahead and do your own research, because even till this day, they are fighting the natives over something that they are absolutely 100%
They just passed, the Supreme Court just said that Oklahoma is able to enforce their laws on native land now. So they no longer have their sovereignty.
That's just crazy. The next thing is the beautiful beaches. You know, Greece has some of the most beautiful beaches in the world.
Also, like their beaches are pebble. Like as compared,
at least the ones that we've been to. We haven't been to the islands, but stay tuned for that.
Yeah, so like definitely the pebble beaches, I definitely enjoy a bit more. It does seem like you sink faster because you know obviously it's bigger pieces.
But I really enjoy that for Sunnie because she can enjoy the beach without getting sand all in her eyes. And it makes for like setting up shop wherever you are. There's not always like sand getting onto like your towels and stuff. And I just really like it. And the water is crystal blue. You can see your feet. Like it's just, it's beautiful. It's unmatched. I haven't seen a more beautiful beach yet. I mean, granted, I did go to a really beautiful beach in Jamaica. So I would have to say like Jamaica is probably the most clear water beach I've seen. But even in Jamaica, it still wasn't as clear as it was here in Greece. So yeah, the next thing is the amazing coffee. Oh my gosh! First of all, everybody drinks coffee. Every morning, no matter what we get up, we gonna get coffee.
It's $150 for the coffee, their main coffee. I don't know if they even. I don't know if I've seen Freddo cappuccinos.
I haven't seen Freddo
but I also haven't looked
everywhere. Yeah, true.
What I'm so like, but definitely their staple coffee that they go to is Freddo cappuccinos,
and it is so good, you guys. It's like an iced cappuccino, and it is top tier, top tier. I love the coffee. Definitely gonna bring some home for Annika for sure.
Yeah.
The next thing is public transit. There's a lot of public transit opportunities here. Yeah. We haven't gotten on the bus or the train soon, which I'm very surprised about because we said we were going to try to take the bus or the train.
We don't have a bus that... Do we have one that comes through?
I think we do. Well, it doesn't come on our street. You have to walk down the hill to the supermarket street.
Yeah. I've seen that.
And then you can catch the bus from there.
Yeah, okay.
But there are buses that go directly from our neighborhood to the city. Yeah. Also, y'all, we do have 2 little kids, and Sunnie is only 1 year old, so she doesn't really understand that she's not supposed to talk to everyone or hold everyone's hand yet.
And not to say that, you know,
because even when she does try to hold their hands, they're always so sweet about it. No one has ever like shunned her or done anything, but it's just easy for us to travel and be more conscious of like where we are and the people we're interacting with when we control our own transportation. I really do love that they have public transit, so that if any point we ever do need to use it, it's there, it's close. And when we get a nanny and it's just us, we could always hop on a bus when it's just us. It's just a lot with the kids. We're still gonna try to you know, to show you guys what doing the whole public transit thing is like. We're just trying to like, you know, open it up and show you guys all the beautiful sides of Greece. And now we're going to the negative side. So these are some of some people will consider negatives about living in Greece. We really don't have
a hard time coming up with this list.
Yeah, we really don't have many negatives to say about
And it's not even necessarily that some of the things that are on here were negative for us. It was just different.
We know that you guys are going to want to know these things because to some of you, it is going to be a con and it is different from the American culture. So we know that some of these are going to be a negative thing for some people. So we wanted to mention it because these are the differences between the United States and Greece that we've seen so far that some people who are watching in our audience may want to know.
Be aware. This list is very short.
Yeah.
So the first thing is you cannot flush toilet paper.
Yes.
Mainly because you know, their pipes, the way they describe it is the pipes in the UK and the pipes in the US are twice the size of Grecian pipes. And also you have to also realize that this is like an ancient city, so like a lot of the stuff, you know,
it's still the same.
Right. So what they do is they have a trash can in there that you do your business and you just put it in the trash can versus that. And
because you take your trash out every single day, like your bathroom don't just smell like poop or pee. Or
right.
whatever.
And I think that when you pick a bathroom, like there's a style of trash can that you get for them because even the way the lid closes, it doesn't just like flap close. It very much slowly closes because obviously if it's flapping closed, you're getting a gust of wind.
And it's very small. We have yet to see one of these trash cans that are big because they don't want you to have a whole bunch of toilet paper in there. You do have to empty it pretty regularly.
And I assume this is why a lot of their tissue are 3 to 4 ply tissue.
You really don't need that much toilet paper because it's so thick. But yeah, that's something we definitely wanted to mention.
People are always almost getting into accidents.
When I tell you, and this is no exaggeration, I swear we hear this.
Yeah, at least once or twice a day. And you know, we are in the city.
We are on a hill, and there's a lot of stick shift cars here. So when they are like trying to chug it up the hill, and then somebody is like in front of them, and they have to wait for a little while, I feel like they like. I don't know if they slam on their brakes because they do drive fast, y'all. They drive fast.
And I have yet to see an actual stop sign. What they do is they beat their horn on their way into the intersection to be like, hey, and particularly bikes do that because obviously they don't want to get hit off the bike. But
I have seen a stop sign, you guys, but I have never seen one of our taxi drivers stop.
You know what?
I have seen one.
Yes, yes. Our first day or our second day? Oh, well, I know what you're talking about. It's like
it's right down there.
Yeah.
I have seen one, but they don't. It's a suggestion.
No, that's definitely the vibe.
They are taking it out. It's not a definitive.
Because he did not slow down.
No.
Like, well, he slowed down, but it was more because he was turning versus it was a stop sign saying stop. Yeah. Not much rain in the summer. That's not necessarily a bad. I mean, that's their climate, so you know they're obviously prepared for their climate. They, you know, they don't have to. You know, they live here. This is their thing. But
and we enjoy a few rainy nights, you know, here and there. Like we love to like sit outside when it rains.
Yeah, that's definitely one thing that we like, particularly about Georgia, is that I honestly it could rain all week, and I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. I would really like the rain.
I like when it's warm and then it rains. So that's something to consider. If you're a person who, you know, you do like the rain or you like when it rains sometimes, it hasn't rained since we've been here.
Whereas in Georgia, they're having pretty much torrential rain for the last week or so. It's very hilly, so our stroller is not meant for every activity, which...
we definitely use our discretion to decide when we're going to whip out the stroller or if I'm just going to harness up and Sunny's going to walk. It really depends on what activity we're doing, but as you guys saw in the last vlog, if you haven't watched, go watch. When we are trekking it up the hill from the supermarket, that was a trek up the hill. Okay?
But we are going to use the stroller again because we can
put the groceries in there.
And I'm not trying to live in Sunnie, me personally.
But yeah, so if you don't like to walk, that's something to consider because a lot of people around here walk.
The cars are small.
Oh yeah, they're tiny. Like smart cars is a very regular car in this country.
Actually, they're bigger than that. I don't.
No, I've seen a lot of two-seaters.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of two-seaters. There's four-seaters too, guys.
And
but I've seen a lot of very tiny little cars.
The taxis be like. So we've seen like some regular cars like Benzes and stuff like that, but. Yeah, all for the most part.
The taxis are pretty good. The taxis are probably the biggest vehicles that are driven on the road on a regular. Most people have pretty small cars. Yeah. So you will be attracting a lot of attention if you try to bring a truck here.
Because we don't have international phone ourselves personally, we have to rely on Wi-Fi. Now, I do have the ability to actually call people, so I can like, you know, so if I wanted to call my mom or dial any phone number, I can still do that. However, any kind of internet-based activities, being on social media, posting anything, reading anything, anything like that.
Or really for me, it's just about the Ubers, because sometimes we be needing an Uber, and we left the restaurant that we were at, or the restaurant that we were at didn't have Wi-Fi, and then now we have to go find somewhere else that does have Wi-Fi. It's an inconvenience, but
well, for the most part, a lot of people, just about everybody has
Wi-Fi. I mean, the mall had Wi-Fi. When we were walking past the market, I picked up the pharmacy's Wi-Fi. Like there's, you know, and people do a lot of things on their phones for the businesses. So like they take the orders on their phones, and they take your card on their phones, like scan it. I don't know how, y'all, but they scan it on their phone. So they do now have a whole lot of places with Wi-Fi. Most places, most restaurants too.
And then the last thing is there's a lot of graffiti. That's not even a deal breaker for us. We love art. We are very much appreciative of all forms of art, and we understand that coming from certain places, graffiti is considered you're in a lower class area, or you're in the bad area.
If you don't know how it is for everywhere, but for the U.S., you know, when you see graffiti all over the place, it would insinuate that you are in a rough area, and that's not the case here. I mean, even down in the city center where people are eating and out, there's a lot of graffiti, a lot. It's everywhere.
But you'll never see it on any of them.
No, they definitely respect all the historic sites, whoever these graffiti artists are, because I've never seen anyone actually spray painting. But there is a lot of graffiti art all around the place, and there's a lot of activism graffiti art. So that's something to be mindful of when you come here. But I think that's the only negatives that I can think of.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you can't get big things of juice,
which is fine.
But because the juice is fresh, I mean, if you get this big jug of juice and it expires in a week, I mean, and you don't.
You know what? We're always thirsty. I don't know. I can't tell, but the air is significantly dry. Maybe because we are in a higher altitude, but we're always thirsty. So we go through juice and water like crazy.
Yeah, I usually make a daily market trip to go get juice so we'll have it for the next day.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it. Those are our pros and cons of living in Greece. We hope you guys enjoyed this video, and it is actually really late, so we are going to get ready for bed. But we wanted to get this video out for you guys. We hope you enjoyed it, and let us know if you guys have any questions below, and we'll be sure to answer it in the next video. Never forget, life is an adventure, and we love you guys so much. Peace.